We open with a song from the Book of Mormon. It is the winner of 9 Tony Awards, including Best Musical of 2011, and received a Grammy Award for Best Music Theater Album. This satirical show follows the adventures of young Mormon missionaries, providing lots of laughs and leaves no one unscathed in the end. It is currently the 14th longest running show on Broadway, and their tour just made a stop at our own Playhouse Square just a few weeks ago. So let's meet Elder Price and Elder Cunningham, who are eager to start their missionary work in Uganda.
I've always had the hope that one day I'd go to heaven. Heavenly Father will shake my hand and say, "You've done an awesome job, Susan. Now it's our time to go out and set the world's people free. And we can do it together, you and me, but mostly me." You and me, but mostly me, are gonna change the world forever. And I can do most anything. I can stand next to you and watch. Right. Every hero needs a sidekick. Every captain needs a maid. Every dinner needs a side dish. Slightly smaller plate. And now we're seeing eye to eye. It's so great we can agree that Heavenly Father has chosen you and me, but me mostly. Something incredible. I'll do something incredible. I want to be the Mormon that changed all of mankind. Something I've foreseen. Now that I'm 19, I'll do something incredible that blows God's freaking mind. And as long as we stick together and I stay out of your way, we can change the world forever and make tomorrow a latter day. So quit singing about it and do it. How ready and psyched are we? Life is about to change for you, and life is about to change for me, and life is about to change for you and me, but me mostly. And there's no limit to what we can do, me and you, but mostly me.
We are lucky to live in such a culturally rich city. Experiencing the arts can really enhance your lives. Once you realize a book, a piece of art, or like you'll experience today, music, can transport us to other times, other lands, and sometimes helps to gain new perspectives. Now we continue our travels and straddle continents and find ourselves introduced to 2 women that are in love with the same man. Miss Saigon opens in the end of Vietnam War. Chris is a U.S. Marine, is introduced to an orphaned peasant girl, Kim. The two make a fast love connection, and Chris vows to take Kim back to the United States with him. Later in the show, we find out, through a flashback, that Kim was left behind in the chaos as the Viet Cong charged towards Saigon, and the Americans are ordered to immediately evacuate. Time goes on, and we find that Chris is now married to Ellen, who has no idea what secrets haunt her husband's mind. And on the other side of the world, Kim holds on to hope that she and Chris will be reunited.
Last night I watched him sleeping. Once more the nightmare came. And then he started speaking. The name I heard him speak was Kim. Yes, I know that this was years ago. But when moonlight fills my room, I know you are here still. I still believe you will return. I know you will. My heart, against all odds, hold still. Yes, still. I still believe. I know as long as I can keep believing, I live. Love cannot die. You will return. You will return. And I alone know why. Sleeping, once more the nightmare came. I heard you cry out something, a word that sounded like a name, and it hurts me more than I can bear, knowing part of you I'll never share, never know. And still, I still believe the time will come when nothing keeps us apart. My heart forever still holds still. It's all over, I'm here, there is nothing to fear. Chris, what's haunting you? Won't you let me inside what you so want to hide? I need you too. I will hold you all night, I will make it all right. You are safe with me, and I wish you would tell what you don't want to tell, what your hell must be. You can sleep now, you can cry now, I'm your wife now, for life, until we die.
Let's travel on now to Venice. 9 won a Tony Award for Best Musical back in 1982, and in 2003 was awarded with the Tony for the Best Revival. 9 is the story of an Italian filmmaker, Guido Cantini, in turmoil as he is approaching the age of 40. His marriage is failing due to his many infidelities and lack of attention paid to his wife, Luisa. To make matters worse, he has no clue what his next big project will be, which for a filmmaker is problematic. He summons his go-to muse, Claudia, from Paris. She loves Guido, but recognizes he will never love her the way she wants him to.
maybe it lasted an hour, but somehow it will never end. In a very unusual way, I think I'm in love with you. In a very unusual way, I want to cry. Something inside me goes weak. Something inside me surrenders. And you're the reason why. You're the reason why. You don't know what you do to me. You don't have a clue. You can't tell what it's like to be me looking at you. It scares me so that I can hardly speak. In a very unusual way, I owe what I am to you. In a very unusual way, I'll never go. Special to me in my life, since the first day that I met you. How could I ever forget you once you had touched my soul? In a very unusual way, you've made me whole.
Barbra Streisand starred in both the Broadway stage version and movie Funny Girl. That tells the story of the Follies star and comedian Fanny Brice, newly in love with Nicky Arnstein. Fanny sings this now famous ballad.
People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. We're children needing other children, and yet letting our grown-up pride hide all the need inside, acting more like children than children. Lovers are very special people. They're the luckiest people in the world. With one person, one very special person, a feeling deep in your soul says you were half, now you're whole. No more hunger and thirst, but first be a person who needs people. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. With one person, one very special person, a feeling deep in your soul says you were half, now you're whole. No more hunger and thirst, but first be a person who needs people. People who need people. Are the luckiest people in the world.
Sideshow opened on Broadway in 1997 and is loosely based on the lives of two British conjoined twins, Daisy and Violet Hilton. Having been on exhibit at a sideshow, the girls are discovered by a musician and a talent scout. The gentlemen are convinced that they will be able to turn the girls into vaudeville stars. The thought of this tickles Daisy, who craves fame and fortune, while Violet's only dreams are to lead a simple life and find a husband. Before they make their vaudeville debut, the sisters argue over their approach to the artful act of flirting.
Leave me alone, this is none of your business. You don't need to judge or offer advice. You're not my mother, you're not my warden. Don't need a strict chaperone. Why don't you leave me alone? Leave me alone, I am trying to help you. Your blatant behavior embarrasses me. If you could see you from my perspective, you wouldn't like what you were shown. No, I won't leave you alone. Leave me alone. And how would I do that? Leave me alone. Tell me, where would I go? Leave me alone. Believe me, I'd love to. I need some time on my own. Leave me alone. Leave you alone. Can't you hear what you're saying? You won't find love by chasing the guy. It's not wisdom, it's opinion. Then we dispense from your throne. My throne, oh no. I won't leave you alone. That's what I'm asking. Leave you alone. It's a simple request. Leave you alone. I'd be fine without you. I need some time on my own. Why don't you? I would love to. I hate you. So do I. Why would I leave you alone?
Sondheim musical takes many of the Brothers Grimm's fairy tales characters and mixes them together in one big convoluted story. To go all into details, to get to the point in time where this is sung would take, well, longer than we have time for. But if you ever have the opportunity to see the show, it's well worth your time. But the overall message of the musical and the song is that actions have consequences, but we all connected and not alone.
No one here to guide you. Now you're on your own. Only me beside you. Still you're not alone. No one is alone. Truly, no one is alone. Sometimes people leave you halfway through the wood. Others may deceive you. You decide what's good. You decide alone. But no one is alone. People make mistakes. Fathers, mothers, people make mistakes. Building to their own. Thinking they're alone. Honor their mistakes. Everybody makes one another's terrible mistakes. Witches can be right. Giants can be good. You decide what's right. You decide what's good. Just remember, someone is on your side. Someone else is not. While you're seeing your side, maybe you forgot. They are not alone. No one is alone. You move just a finger, say the slightest word. Something's bound to linger. Be heard. Someone is on your side. No one is alone. Now it's about time for you to stand up and get your wiggles out a bit, and if you will join us in just one round of You'll Never Walk Alone. Yeah. Stand if you're able. If not, no pressure. They're like in the middle.
There is no shortage of catchy tunes from the Lerner and Lowe show, My Fair Lady. We're now on the streets of London, where we meet linguists Henry Higgins and Colonel Pickering passing by Eliza Doolittle with her blaring Cockney accent. They make fun of her, and she later goes to them asking for help to sound more sophisticated so she can land a job at a flower shop. She goes to live with Higgins, and after almost giving up, during one of her diction levels, we hear the famous number, "The Rain in Spain," that ends in elation that she's finally starting to sound like a sophisticated lady. Today's number piggybacks on the emotions of this celebration.
Bed, I couldn't go to bed. My head's too light to try to set it down. Sleep, I couldn't sleep at all. Not for all the jewels in the crown. I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night and still have begged for more. I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I've never done before. I'll never know what made it so exciting. Why all at once my heart took flight. I only know when he began to dance with me. I could have danced. I'll never know what made it so exciting. Why all at once my heart took flight. I only know when he began to dance with me. Could have danced.
We're now traveling back in time to the Civil War days for the musical adaptation of Louisa May Alcott's Little Women. It's a story of the 4 March sisters. As the second act of the show opens, Jo, an aspiring writer, celebrates the joy of her first published work. She then receives a telegram from her mother that her youngest sister, Beth, has scarlet fever. Jo returns home to Concord from New York City, and these 2 close sisters have time to say their goodbyes in their own special way.
Give me a task to do. Let's pretend we're riding on a kite. Let's imagine we're flying through the air. We'll ascend until we're out of sight. Light as paper, we'll soar. Let's be wild, high up on the sand. Feel the wind, the world at our command. Let's enjoy the view and never land. Floating far from the shore. Some things are meant to be. The clouds moving fast fast and free. The sun on a silver sea, a sky that's bright and blue, and some things will never end. The thrill of our magic ride, the love that I feel inside for you. Beyond the break of day, sleep on stardust and dine on bits of moon. You and I will find the Milky Way. We'll be mad and explore. We'll recline aloft upon the breeze. Dart about, sail on with windy ease. Pass the days doing only as we please. That's what living is for. Some things are meant to be, the tide turning endlessly, the way it takes hold of me, no matter what I do. And some things will never die, the promise of who you are, your memories when I am far from you. All my life I've lived for loving you. Let me go now.
Back to another Sondheim show that isn't quite as confusing as Into the Woods, but also, well, it's Sondheim. Company's main character is Bobby, a chronically single 35-year-old, and a handful of his friends along the way that put in their 2 cents on relationships. Being Alive is Bobby's moving closing ballad and the second to the last number in the show. Notably, to celebrate Sondheim's 90th birthday, Company will open again on Broadway, with the story being regendered and starring a female Bobby. So folks, we're ahead of the times. Ladies Who Lunch is sung by a cynical and drunk Joanne. And we're going to bend your minds and multiply Joanne, making her her solo a duet. But, well, it's Sondheim. Mind-blowing is par for the course. We'll close the first half with a contemporary standalone cabaret song by a recent New York University grad and musical theater composer, Joey Contreras.
hold me too close. Somebody hurts me too deep. Somebody sit in my chair and lose my sleep and make me aware of being alive. Somebody need me too much. Somebody know me too well. Somebody pull me up short and put me through hell and give me support for being alive. Make me alive. Make me alive. Make me confused. Mock me with praise. Let me be used. Vary my days. But alone is alone, not alone. Somebody crowd me with love. Somebody force me to care. Somebody put me through hell and give me support and show me I'm there and being alive. Being alive. Being alive. Being alive. I'd like to propose a toast. She already got started. It's wine full of fiber. Here's to the ladies who lunch. Everybody laugh. Dressing in their caftans and wearing a hat on their own behalf. Off to the gym, then to a fitting, claiming they're fat. Cause they've been sitting, choosing a hat. Does anyone still wear a hat? Oh my. I'll drink to that. And here's to the girls who stay smart. Aren't they a gas? Rushing to their classes in optical art, wishing it would pass. Another long, exhausting day, another $1,000, a matinee, a pincher play, perhaps a piece of Mahler's. I'll drink to that. Oh, yes. Yep. One for Mahler. Here's to the girls who play wife. Aren't they too much? Clutching life, but clutching a copy of life just to stay in touch. The ones who follow the rules and meet themselves at the schools to
too busy to know that they're fools. Aren't they a gem? I'll drink to them. Let's all drink to them. And here's to the girls who just watch. Aren't they too much? When they get depressed, it's a bottle of scotch plus a little jest.
Another chance to disapprove, another brilliant zinger, another reason not to move, another vodka stinger. I'll drink to that.
Here's to the girls on the go, everybody tries.
Look into their eyes and you see what they know. Everybody dies.
Let's toast to that invincible bunch.
The dinosaurs deriving the crunch.
Let's hear it for the ladies who lunch. Everybody rise.
Rise, rise. Isn't this, you know, kind of crazy? Part of me finds it hard to believe. Two adults, no yelling, no blaming for everything that came between. You look good, and I hear you're quite successful. I always knew you would be. Your children look just like you. And your wife is beautiful. Oh, me. Well, I met a guy from St. Louis. Kinda came out of nowhere, but he's nice. I was on tour and he asked me out after one show, and I thought, maybe I should give this a try. And suddenly I felt like a girl in college once again, similar to the feelings I'd get with you. The butterflies inside, constantly tongue-tied, and I thought, maybe this could be good. And now with him, I just fall again with him. With him, I just feel again with him. I come alive, I feel like the girl I thought I'd never find. With him, I just love again. I used to believe that we'd be together for eternity. It was hard to see that future wasn't for you and me. Do you remember the time we played in the park to soak up the sun, and how scared you were of all the pigeons? You were convinced they were on a mission to chase you out. And as we kissed, I think one pooped in your hair. I'm sorry, I don't mean to get nostalgic and all, but look, there are things I want to know, like, how did you and your wife meet? And did you end up proposing on a beach? I know that's how you wanted ours to go. To tell you the truth, being here with you is so strange. As you sip your coffee, I feel my heart rearrange. I'm afraid, so afraid. You smile and you laugh and you still give me hope. The what ifs, the could have beens that we'll never know. I wish I was stronger. I'm sorry, I need to go, 'cause with you I just fall again. With you with you I just feel again. With you I come alive. I feel like the girl I used to like. With you I just, with him I must. With you I just love again.
And now there'll be a 10-minute intermission.
Thank you. Good to see you, man. Far too sorry.
I need the microphone on.
For what?
If he can, I'm going to give a 5-minute warning.
Just flash lights. Do it like, you know how to do that? I'll flash.
I've got to talk the first as soon as it starts, so I can't do it.
Which mic do you want?
This is your 5-minute warning.
I think so.
She does great. Good. Yeah, I should go buy one. This one.
Yeah, somebody, not me.
Yeah.
The 1975 Tony for Best Musical was awarded to A Chorus Line, as well as the Pulitzer Prize for Drama. It stands as the 7th longest running Broadway show. It's a glimpse into the various life experiences of the performers.
Combination, every move that she makes. One smile and suddenly nobody else will do. You know you'll never be lonely with you. No. One moment in her presence, and you can forget the rest. For the girl who's second best to sensation, every single step she takes. One thrilling combination, every move that she makes. One smile and suddenly nobody else will do. You know you'll never be lonely with you. No. One moment in her presence, and you can't forget the rest. For the girl is second best to none. Son, ooh, sigh, give her your attention. Do I really have to mention she's the one? I am so excited because I am going to the High School of the Performing Arts. I am dying to be a serious actress. So, it's the first day of class. We're in the auditorium. Mr. Karp. Oh, Mr. Karp. Anyway, we're in the auditorium. He puts us one in front of the other with our legs around each other, and he says, okay, it's time for improvisation. You're on a bobsled. It's snowing outside, and it's cold. Okay, go. Every day for a week we would try to feel the motion down the hill. Every day for a week we would try to hear the wind rush, feel the chill. And I dug right down to the bottom of my soul to see what I had inside. Yes, I dug right down to the bottom of my soul, and I tried. And everybody's going, whoosh, whoosh. I feel the cold, I feel the air, I feel the snow. And Karp looked at me and he said, okay, Morales, what do you feel? And I said, nothing. I'm feeling nothing. And he said nothing could get a girl transferred. They all felt something, but I I felt nothing except the feeling that this nonsense was absurd. And I thought to myself, it's only the first week. Maybe it's genetic. They don't have bobsleds in San Juan. Second week, more advanced, and we had to be a table, be a sports car, ice cream cone. Mr. Carp, he would say, very good, except Morales. Try Morales all alone. So I dug right down to the bottom of my soul to see how an ice cream felt. Yes, I dug right down to the bottom of my soul, and I tried to melt. The kids yelled nothing. They called me nothing. And Carp allowed it, which really makes me burn. They were so helpful. They called me hopeless until I really didn't know where else to turn. And Carp said, Morales, I think you need to train to Girls High. You'll never be an actress, never. Holy smokes. Went to church, praying Santa Maria, help me feel it, help me feel it, pretty please. Went to church, praying Santa Maria, send me guidance on my knees. And I dug right down to the bottom of my soul to see what I had inside. And the voice from down in the bottom of my soul, here is what it said. That class is nothing. That man is nothing. If you want something, go find a better class. And when you find one, you'll be an actress. And I assure you that's what finally came to pass. 6 months later, I heard that Carp had died. And I dug right down to the bottom of my soul and cried, 'cause I felt nothing.
Kiss today goodbye, the sweetness and the sorrow. We did what we had to do, and I won't forget what I did for love, what I did for love. Look, my eyes are dry. The gift was ours to borrow. It's as if we always knew. But I won't forget what I did for love, what I did for love. Gone, love is never gone. As we travel on, love's what we'll remember. Kiss today goodbye, and point me toward tomorrow. Wish me luck the same to you. that's what we'll remember. Kiss today goodbye, and point me toward tomorrow. Wish me luck the same to you. Won't forget, can't regret what I did for love. What I did for love. What I did for love.
Pop music sensation Sarah Bareilles took the challenge of turning a waitress story into a Broadway musical. Jenna, a waitress at a small southern diner, becomes unexpectedly pregnant and enters a pie baking contest to get enough money to break away from her abusive relationship. Just before this song is performed, her husband, Earl, discovers a stash of money that she's been saving, and he takes it and leaves.
It's not simple to say that most days I don't recognize me and these shoes and this apron, this place and its patrons have taken more than I gave them. It's not easy to know I'm not anything like I used to be, although it's true I was never attention's sweet center. I still remember that girl. She's imperfect, but she tries. She is good, but she lies. She is hard on herself. She is broken and won't ask for help. She is messy, but she's kind. She is lonely most of the time. She is all of this mixed up and baked in a beautiful pie. She is gone, but she used to be mine. And it's not what I asked for. Sometimes life just slips in through the back door and carves out a person and makes you believe it's all true. Now I've got you, and you're not what I asked for. If I'm honest, I know I would give it all back for a chance to start over and rewrite an ending or two. For the girl that I knew who'll be reckless just enough, who gets hurt, but who learns how to toughen up when she's bruised and gets used by a man who can't love. And then she'll get stuck and be scared by the life that's inside her, growing stronger each day till it finally reminds her to fight just a little to bring back the fire in her eyes. That's what's gone, but used to be mine. Used to be mine. She's messy, but she's kind. mixed up and baked in a beautiful pie. She's gone, but she used to be mine. Well, you all sounded so great earlier. It's time to jiggle it up a little bit and do another little sing-along. We're going to do Edelweiss and My Favorite Things. My Favorite Things.
It says, please reference your programs for translations for the next German and French pieces. The Mozart duet from Così fan tutti introduces us to Dorabella and Fior di Ligi. Sisters who are being tricked by their fiancés, they pretend to leave town and disguise themselves to test the fidelity of the leading ladies.
Quand êtes-vous, pires et fidèles, ils encouragent nuit et jour, ces mauvais enfants des amours, si mauvais enfants des amours, comme l'amour. Ja, du weißt es, teure Seele, dass ich fern von mir mich quäle. Liebe macht die Herzen krank. Habe Dank. Weiß hielt ich der Freiheit Sehnsucht und mit Tränen stammet diesen und du tränetest den Trank. Habe Dank. Und beschloss darin die bösen Besicht, dass ich liebe Wesen, heilig, heilig ans Herz dir sank. Habe Dank. Nothing. Either they will not know it, in that case it is simple. Or if by chance they should hear it, then we will tell them they are Despina's friends. And our engagements, they will remain unbroken. An innocent diversion to pass away the tedious time of waiting. Can't be called a breach of faith, don't you think so? That is true. Well then,
Do as you please, but remember I warned you if something should go wrong.
and what could possibly go wrong if we do not go too far? Just one more thing. Let me ask you one question. Which of them is your choice for your admirer?
No, you decide, dear sister.
I have decided. I will choose the handsome dark one, if it's all the same to you.
I myself prefer the blonde one. He is fun and winning too.
I'll delight how enchanting,
How romantic, how enchanting,
how amusing it will be, how amusing it will be. I will choose the handsome dark
prefer the blonde one.
Say
He's
to you,
fun and we
and
enjoy.
his love, Monfray says,
If he sighs and moans and gazes
with a most enchanting smile,
I will echo him in style.
mine will say, I love you only.
Mine will say my heart is lonely.
How romantic,
Romantic,
It may be a little naughty, but at least it will be fun. It may be a little naughty, but at least it will be fun. A lot of fun, a lot of fun. It may be a little naughty, but we'll have a lot of fun. We'll have a lot of fun. We will have a lot of fun. We will have a lot of fun. We will have a lot of fun.
Near the start of the opera, Lakshmi, she and her servant girl, Malaki, are floating along the river amongst the beauty of the jasmine and roses. You'll recognize this as the British Airlines theme.
Wicked the Musical is based on a book by the same name by Gregory Maguire that takes a look back at the Witches of Oz. It gives them a backstory, and we find out that just maybe the Wicked Witch of the West wasn't so wicked after all. These two numbers are from the beginning and the end of the show, where the stories have now come full circle.
Pomsy and Popsicle.
My dear father, there's been some confusion over rooming here at Shiz, but of course I'll care for Nessa.
But of course, I'll rise above it.
For I know that's how you'd want me to respond. Yes. There's been some confusion, for you see my roommate is
unusually and exceedingly peculiar and altogether quite impossible to describe.
blonde.
What is this feeling so sudden and new?
I felt the moment I laid eyes on you.
My pulse is rushing.
My head is reeling.
My face is flushing.
What is this feeling, fervent as a flame? Does it have a name? Yes. Loathing, unadulterated loathing.
For your face,
Your voice.
your clothing.
Let's just say
I loathe it all. Every little trait,
however small, makes my very flesh begin to crawl. With simple utter loathing, there's a strange exhilaration in such total detestation. It's so pure, so strong, though I do admit it came on fast. Still I do believe that it can last, and I will be loathing, loathing you my whole life. Loathing, unadulterated loathing, for your face, your voice, your clothing. Let's just say I loathe it all.
What is this
Every little
feeling?
trait, however small,
Does it
makes
have
my
a
very flesh begin to
name?
crawl.
Yes. Loathing, there's a strange exhilaration
In such total detestation, it's so pure, so strong. Though I do admit it came on fast, still I do believe that it can last, and I will be loathing forever, loathing truly, deeply, loathing you my whole life long. Woo! Ah!
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime, so let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now, whatever way our story ends, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? Because I knew you. Because I knew you. I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for. But then I guess we know there's blame to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a seed dropped by a bird in the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you, because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please join us in singing Happy Birthday to Bob Kirkpatrick.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bob. Happy birthday to you.
Galen's here, right? Are you back here someplace? Oh, he left.
We have one presentation, speaking of Bob Kirkpatrick. He has asked to say a few words.
The only word I want to say is thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I guess that's a lot of words.
I just wanted to take this moment to say thank you for everybody who came, and hopefully you enjoyed the show. I know I personally did, and we have 3 more that are coming this year, and we will have some more later to be determined. And one other comment that I do need to make, because I promised I would, Yerji had to leave early, but he wanted me to say that while people were singing at the during the sing-along, that he heard a lot of really good voices, and he just wanted to offer the opportunity for all of you to come and join our choir. So thank you very much. Have a safe trip home, and enjoy your day.